Welcome to 30 Reviews. I'm Adam.
And I'm Josie.
Plug into the mainframe. It's time for 30-minute reviews with Peter.
Okay, what's that from? Before we
I don't think it's from anything.
It's okay. I'll Google that. I'll fact check.
Isn't
that
it
claim.
from? Isn't it from the pirate radio movie?
I don't know.
Sounds
I think I made it up.
You would.
No, it doesn't look that it's from anything. Congratulations.
It's my thing now, but I'll probably only do it like once.
You'll forget it by next week.
It's your catchphrase.
Yeah, gotta keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Like when you're famous in the future, that's what people are gonna know you by, is that phrase.
That you said
Yep.
once.
People go back through the archives.
Yeah. People don't go back through the archives now every time we grab a new subscriber. But our early episodes still have like 1 listen, 2 listens. Sing Street, for some reason, from Beware of Spoilers, still manages to get like 10 listens a week. I don't know why.
We were on the ground floor for that
That's
one.
what I think happened, is that a lot of people now are discovering Sing Street late in the year. As it gets into Oscar season, people are considering it as a possible Oscar contender, and we reviewed it the day before it came out. So I think we actually did hit something there. But
Nice.
yeah, so
We also saw it for free, which was awesome.
yeah, that was another really cool thing. Because Regal was like, "Hey, do you want to go to see this for free?" And we're like, "Why not?" I don't get those emails. I don't get emailed with that stuff anymore, though, which is a little disappointing. Yeah, now it's our second most listened to episode behind Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah, that one was hot.
Yeah, that one we got like almost 300 listens, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for us, that's like huge. We never hit that high. So yeah, so let's get into, speaking of Civil War, that's what we'll be talking about this week. Now, let's start out with some news stuff that happened in the past week. So Hugo Weaving said he was open to playing Red Skull again in the future.
Ooh.
That I don't know how much further we can go into that with that.
Does that mean... Because it's not like he was like, oh, they asked me if I wanted to. He just announced it, right?
Well, what happened was he was asked in an interview about his time playing Red Skull. Initially, he didn't like it. Like, he hated it initially because it's like... I forgot why he said he didn't like it, but he hated working with Marvel.
Wasn't it because he just kept getting cast as bad guys?
That could be part of it, but like the thing is too, like he always, but like the thing is like, you got at some point you have to say like, you know, I don't know how to put it, but like you are somewhat complicit in your own typecasting to an extent.
Well, he was also Elrond in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's only plays bad guys.
Well, the thing is, I think people mostly know him for, what's his name in The Matrix and and what was that noise? And,
I don't know. I'd also...
Oh, Josie's gone. Okay. Who else did he play? He was in The Matrix. Wasn't he a bad guy in Transformers? He's a bad guy
know.
here. I don't delve into the world.
Oh
of
yeah,
Transformers.
he did play the bad guy. I just kind of want to rewatch all the Transformers in just one run.
I don't want to do it in one run. I don't. But the thing is, I feel like it's like, remember when we talked about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it was just like, like it's awful. Like everyone was like, this is an awful movie, but really, it wasn't that bad. It was just kind of okay. Like, that's how I feel like it should be with Transformers, is that I'm going to be hyped up for it to be an atrocious movie, and it's just going to be, like, okay. Oh, she's back, okay.
For me, I think it's going to be on the same level as Independence Day, where it's just a bunch of disaster porn, and that's what I want.
Yeah, I don't know what... I don't understand what people are expecting from Transformers at this point. Like, why?
Hugo Weaving was also V for
That was
Vendetta,
Yes, he was also in V for Vendetta.
and he's a good guy in that.
Yep. But he said he's open to returning to playing Red Skull in a future Marvel movie. Let's see, because he said when he picked the role, he said I thought it'd always be fun to play an uber Nazi, someone who thought Hitler was a pussy. That was his quote. It was fun to play. I enjoyed the outrageousness of the German accent I employed, and I enjoyed the outrageous mask and costume, even though it was unbelievably hot inside. That was a mask. I did not know that. I thought it was CG, but let's see.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I just got mad.
Okay, go ahead. I gotta find the quote in here.
Okay, so I was on IMDb. That's how I found the Hugo Weaving thing. And then I saw it was like a stupid thing, and it was like the ultimate power meter of power characters.
Oh, is it one of those side things?
And they ranked the top. Yeah, but it's not from a user. It's from IMDb.
Oh, okay.
It's because if you want to see a lot of stupid shit, go on IMDb user lists, and they are hilarious. Like some people will make lists like most boring movies of all time, and it'll be like 2001: A Space Odyssey, The Godfather, things like that. Or it's like best movies of all time, and it'll be like Lethal Weapon 4. It's the best movie of all time. And this one is a real list because it's from, well, not really, but it's from the IMDb editors. It's not from a user.
Uh-huh.
So I'll go through this real quick. It's really stupid. Okay, so I'll read the description. Television boasts many characters who are the masters of their show's universes. They run countries and companies. Some use their power for good, others for evil. We compiled a list of our ranks for the 10 most powerful characters on current shows. Okay. So this is any TV show that's on right now. Right. The first one they're saying is Pablo Escobar on Narcos, and he is the most powerful character on all of TV.
I think the Flash would kick his ass.
Yeah, okay. Second one is Olivia Pope of Scandal. The third one is Selena Meyer of Veep. So a president aide is less powerful than the president. Is more powerful than the president. These are going from most powerful to least powerful, just to let you know.
I think...
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I think... Okay, continue. I want to hear where someone lands on this list.
The fourth one is Jessica Pearson of Suits. She's one of the managing partners of the law firm. Mm-hmm. The fifth one is Elizabeth McCord in Madam Secretary. She's a Secretary of State.
Okay, she's less powerful than someone in the law firm. Okay, continue.
Yes. The sixth one is Tom Kirkman in Designated Survivor.
Okay.
Also the President of the United States.
That show was actually pretty good.
The premise seemed pretty good, but I don't have time to watch it. The seventh one is Negan of The Walking Dead. He's a guy with a bat.
Yeah.
The eighth one is Cookie and Lucius Lyon. Those are two different people, but they get combined together, I guess. Seems racist to me, but...
I know a little bit about Empire.
Okay, they're from Empire, sorry.
Yeah.
This is the reason why this list pisses me off the most. Take a guess of who was ranked number 9 that pisses me off the most.
Frank Underwood.
Yep.
I was going to say, he should definitely be higher on this list.
He got a power ranking of 2.
Yes.
Hold on. Like, literally, the entire point of House of Cards is his path to power.
And the thing is, too, if you're going to put the guy from Designated Survivor on, I would put Frank Underwood over him to begin with, because he is, he actually did something to get his power, not get bombed.
Same with Selena Myers in Veep, where she became president because she was vice president, and the president's wife tried to kill herself, so then he resigned, and then she became president. And she also has, no control over what's going on in her life. Yeah, but Frank Underwood basically has control over everything, and then when he loses control, bad shit ends up happening to people.
Yeah. who's
So,
number 10?
good job, Ian. Oh, Cersei from Game of Thrones, which is also kind of dumb because she like kills a bunch of people and like does a bunch of shit to end up queen.
I'm surprised
Sorry
it
for any
didn't have-
spoilers.
I'm surprised it didn't have other people from Game of Thrones on that list, because, like...
I understand why. I guess they didn't have like superheroes because they meant power in
Yeah,
a sense
political
of.
power. Like, I understand, like,
yeah.
yes, I understand, like, the Flash, like, power physically, not power politically, and that's the point of the list, but, like... The list is
But at the
still
same
dumb.
time, oh yeah, corporate corporation power. I was like, why are the people from Empire on it?
And the thing is,
But
too,
whatever.
like, well, you still get political power when you own a corporation. Like, and
Yeah.
the thing is, I don't have a problem with Pablo Escobar topping the list, because you could make the case that someone who has that much like control over drugs is that powerful, more powerful than the president. That's an argument that could be made either way. So I don't have a problem with him topping the list, but I have a problem with Frank Underwood.
Yeah, he
being
is
number
powerful.
9.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem. I think he should have been, like, I'm fine with, you could definitely make the case that Pablo Escobar in Narcos is more powerful than him. So, like, I'm fine with if he was number 2, but I
And
think
you might be able to make
he
the
is
case
more...
even that what's their names from Empire are more powerful than Frank Underwood.
Mhm.
But
I never watched Empire, so
I've seen
can't
some of
make a case.
Empire. I do want to
just,
watch the whole thing though.
So, everyone, it's supposed to be a pretty good show.
It is really good. Back to Hugo Weaving. He said, he's not sure if they're going to bring back Red Skull, because as we know from the end of Captain America, he never really died. He just got teleported into deep space.
But and if he never dies, didn't he get transported where everyone else got shot by those guns?
I don't think so. I think everyone who got shot by the guns got disintegrated. But because he wasn't shot by the gun, he was holding on to the Tesseract when it like went nuclear, and like it showed space all around him, and he got sent away the same way Loki got brought to Earth in the Avengers.
Okay.
That it wasn't like he just vanished. It was like it was the same kind of portal thing that Loki used. But anyway, he could come back. He's one of the few villains Marvel hasn't killed off in one shot. Which is a big complaint people have, actually, with Marvel, is that they keep killing off their villains.
Yes. Did you... When we... never mind. I'll wait till we start talking about Civil War.
Right. Then... Continue on Marvel.
Oh, did you see... Oh, yeah. Never mind. I'll talk about my thing when you finish your news.
No, if you want to continue, I gotta get the next
okay.
up.
I would just want to... have you guys seen the new trailer for the movie Arrival?
No, I haven't gotten to yet.
It's the same guy that did... It's Dennis Villeneuve, the same guy that did Prisoners and Sicario.
Oh, okay.
And it's a alien movie, but it's not like aliens land, but it's not like they attack us. They just like send a message. So like the main character is a linguist, and it's all about like her trying to communicate with the aliens. And
Isn't
it's
that Jennifer Lawrence?
Amy Adams, yeah.
Oh.
No, that's Passengers, which is Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, and they're on an interstellar mission, and they wake up like over 100 years too early.
Oh, okay.
So and they can't go back to sleep, and then something's going wrong, or they have to fix it. This seems like Arrival seems like a better movie.
Yeah.
Then there's that other movie, Nocturnal Animals, which also seems really good.
Mm-hmm.
Which is it's like this. It kind of seems like Gone Girl-esque, where it's this woman and her husband is Jake Gyllenhaal. It's Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal. And he's a writer, and they get a divorce, and he writes this book called Nocturnal Animals, and it's about a husband brutally murdering his wife, and he dedicates it to his wife. So then it's like a suspense thriller about him maybe trying to kill her.
Oh, okay.
It looks good.
The other one, a girl.
And then there was
Girl on the
another
Train.
movie. I just got that book. I want to finish it. I want to read it and then see the movie.
We just got it in at work. I'm gonna buy it.
Then there's another movie
so.
coming out. It's called Miss Sloane, which is Jessica Chastain, and she's a lobbyist that gets hired to fight the gun lobby. So it seems pretty good, like a political thriller.
Yeah. I want to see the Girl on the Train. That one. That's the only trailer I've seen. I've seen TV spots for it.
I haven't seen it.
I just got.
I haven't seen it. What's that one?
That's the one with
it's
the. It's like the ex-wife, I think. It keeps seeing.
I don't. Yeah.
His husband, her ex-husband, and his new wife. I think
oh fudge!
It looks kind of like
I don't know.
Gone Girl. Or
that's
Gone Girl.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies, and then for me at least, when I say it reminds me of Gone Girl, it looks like Gone Girl. I'm not saying that in a negative sense. It's just it has that same sort of dark atmosphere to it.
Yeah.
It's not like copying Gone Girl. It's just that sort of tone. But I know it's just like the main character. She takes the train every day, and then she sees this perfect couple, as she passes.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I just got
it's
the book.
supposed to be like she's a super stalker or something.
Yeah, that's what it might turn into, where she becomes a suspect, and it's like she has to figure out what's going on, or else she might get charged. Or one of my friends read the book, and they said it's the lead up is better than the actual payoff. And that was what their review was.
I want to read it. We just got it.
Yeah, I own it, so I'll tell you guys after I read it how it is.
The next article we have, also from comicbook.com, is about how the Russos said that Civil War was not the end of the fight between the Avengers. Which actually leads into the next thing too, because it said, while some fans feel like Civil War ended the feud between Team Iron Man and Team Captain America, that's not true. According to the Russos, it was only the beginning, which makes sense to me.
Well, they'll just fight again for no stakes, and then nothing will happen.
And then Thanos will show up and
then
they team up.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, well, I guess we'll just fight together now. Whatever.
Yeah. I think at this point, I don't know if you can really rectify what happened in a way that's satisfying.
Well, they will, with quips.
Well, no, I said that in a way that's satisfying.
Oh, yeah, I agree. They won't.
Because, I don't
Marvel can't really do anything super serious that well.
Right. Well, they did The Winter Soldier pretty well.
They did themes as well, but it's contained within that one movie. And it's I don't know. For me, it was just I liked it a lot, but it didn't have those themes they're not gonna carry over into everything else. Besides the plot, the surveillance thing and big government corruption.
Well, I don't know if to be fair though, the surveillance thing doesn't quite fit in to Infinity War.
That is true too. Unless they do the equivalent of the barn scene in Age of Ultron, and make it just as boring with surveillance, and then there's one subplot where they're worrying about that while Thanos is attacking them.
I don't think that's. I think Infinity War is going to be the best Avengers movie so far, because I think we've seen how the Russos will handle the Avengers. And we've seen they do a good job with it, because we've seen them now do it in Civil War. Which is essentially just Avengers 2.5. Because it felt like a very clear sequel, or continuation of Age of Ultron. So, we'll talk about more when we talk about the movie. But I think they'll do a good job, because the only two characters they haven't dealt with yet, that they'll have to deal with in this, are Hulk and Thor, and then Captain Marvel. In what's it called? Infinity War Part 2, or whatever they're gonna call it. So they said the fight's going to continue on, and the issue with the Accords is going to continue on. They have to, I think, because you can't just ignore it after this point because the Accords still exist. So, yeah.
So, is that going to end up being a theme in every Avengers movie from now on? Is it actually right for them to be here?
No.
Because that's going to get annoying real quick.
No, I don't think so.
I agree.
Because I think... Okay, so going with what movie's coming out next, the next one is Doctor Strange, which will have no bearing on the Accords at all. Because according to the director of Doctor Strange, the movie starts around the same time as the first Iron Man. The training montage takes place during all the movies leading up to the present, and then the climax of the movie takes place after Civil War. So it's a weird place in the timeline, Doctor Strange. Then is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
So that's why in Winter Soldier they can say the Stephen Strange
yep.
because he had power.
Exactly. He had already traveled to not Tibet to meet the Ancient One. So then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Doesn't Doctor Strange have too much sorcery to be shown in China?
No, I think they're going to do something. I don't know. Maybe. That's a good point. I never thought of that.
Are Chinese people that afraid of sorcery?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, will it, terrify the masses if they show,
No, they get very superstitious what the problem is.
It's surprising how fast they're growing then as a country.
Then there's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which will have no bearing on the effect of Civil War because they're on the other side of the universe or something like that. Then the first movie to actually have the repercussions of Civil War be explored will be Spider-Man Homecoming next July. Then Thor won't, because Thor is most entirely in space, except for some scenes on Earth. Which Natalie Portman's not in, so we won't have to deal with that stupidity anymore. Then, what's after that? I don't know what's the next one after that. I think it is Infinity War. And then, no, Black Panther, which will have some effects, because I think the Winter Soldier is going to be in Black Panther. And then he's also going to be in Infinity War Part 1 in May of that year. So, I don't know how they would fit the surveillance theme into all of those. I don't think they're going to. I don't think Ryan Coogler is going to try and force that into Black Panther. They got other things to deal with. But yeah, and then last thing, two more things, and then we can go on to the movie. Number one, Disney has started managing box office expectations for Star Wars Rogue One. Do you think this is a sign, a good thing or a bad thing?
What was the question about Star Wars?
Disney has started managing expectations for how Rogue One's going to perform at the box office.
What does that mean?
They started lowering the public's expectation as to what they should expect in terms of money brought in from the movie.
Why does that matter?
Because typically when studios lower their projection for opening weekend box office, it indicates that they don't have faith in the movie.
Well, is it like trying to compare that to Star Wars Episode 7?
Well, that's the thing. The box office projections initially were... They're not trying... Originally, they were projected to meet The Force Awakens, and Disney's like, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to happen. I think it's going to do... There's no way it's not going to do well.
Right. Because
what isn't? The Marvel movie?
No, Rogue One. The new Star Wars.
Oh.
I think Rogue One's going to be good. I don't have any like I have confidence.
Oh, should I say the theory I found about?
Yes. The theory. Yes.
Okay. It's Snoke
Yes.
with a K?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. So I forget which trailer it is, but there's
Is his
one.
first name John? John
No.
Snoke.
No. That was a good one. Pat yourself. Okay, so I forgot which trailer it is, but there's one scene where it's there's a Bacta tank, which are the tank that Lucas put in after he gets attacked on Hoth by the Yeti, and he gets put in that fluid tank to heal him. That's a Bacta tank. So there's a scene with that, and there's someone dressed in a black robe, and there's 2 Imperial guards there.
Right.
So I think it might be safe to assume that could be the Emperor, because you only see Imperial guards with the Emperor.
Right.
And then that person kneels in front of the Bacta tank. So I didn't come up with this theory. This is someone else's theory. I forget where from. But people are saying that's Snoke inside of the Bacta tank, because in now the expanded universe of the books that are the brand new books that are canon, there's why part of the reasoning why the First Order has so much Empire stuff is that Palpatine sent out search parties and exploratory parties all across the galaxy or universe, and one of them was to go find the center of where the Sith's power comes from. So it's rumored that they could find Snoke and then brought him back and try to bring him back to power.
Mm-hmm.
So then that would be the only person that Palpatine would kneel to, because there's no one else that he would. So that'd be really cool if that's how they introduce Snoke into the Star Wars universe. For me, I would go back and forth.
The giant guy with the scar,
bald guy
and his face all fucked up.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I'd rather it be an established. The other theory is that it could be what's his name, Palpatine's master.
Oh, fuck, what's his name? Plagueis. Darth Plagueis.
Darth Sidious, right?
No,
Plagueis.
Plagueis. Yeah, it could be Plagueis, because it's already been established in other canon, that some Sith Lords keep people alive that they kind of kill, when Count Dooku switched from a Jedi to the Sith, he killed one of his partners, but then kept him in a Bacta tank and just carried him around with him. So it could be that same sort of thing where Sidious didn't all the way kill him. He just kept Plagueis alive, and then brought him back to power somehow, or Plagueis released himself. So that could be cool too. I'd rather be that, because I'd rather him be an established character, especially because he said that he's been around for the rise and fall of the Republic, an empire and stuff.
I really think I stand by. When we did the review of The Force Awakens, I said this then, I stand by it now. I think that Snoke is Darth Plagueis, because number one, that, and number two, the only character prior to Supreme Leader Snoke who is referred to as Wise is Darth Plagueis.
And the same music was playing when they do that too.
Yes.
It's almost the exact same music.
And Star Wars is big on musical cues. That's their thing, and they do that very well.
And another hint, no one fucking listened to anything J.J. Abrams says, because he tries to act like he's surprising everyone by blatantly lying about his movies.
Yeah.
And then everyone knows, the best example being Khan in the second Star Trek movie, where everyone was Benedict Cumberbatch is Khan, and he was no, he's not. He's a new character. And then he was Khan, and J.J. Abrams was oh, I got you guys. Remember, you all didn't believe. That South Park episode with the national anthem was amazing.
Yes, that was perfect.
Because
it's a very small.
Josie, did you see that episode?
No.
Okay, so on the first episode of South Park, they announced that they need a new national anthem to make everyone will stand for it. Mm. So they asked J.J. Abrams to do it because he reboots everything. So then the entire episode, it's like leading up to it, and then they play it, and it's the exact like the national anthem is still exactly the same. And then but then everyone's freaking out, and they're like, "This is amazing!" Like, but the only thing he changes is that please like stand, sit, kneel, or like do anything you want to honor the national anthem.
Yeah, that was the big change.
But that's like not even. Yeah, it's just hilarious because nothing changed about it.
Yeah. J.J. Abrams is very good at remaking what everyone likes, so...
Yeah, I think I like the... We don't have to get into this right now, but
we've gone into this enough. There's a rumor that he's being vetted to do Man of Steel 2.
Huh.
How did you feel about a Christopher Reeve Superman movie after Man of Steel and Batman v Superman?
I think I would like J.J. Abrams to do it, because I think he could keep it that darker tone still than DC is set, but make it a good movie.
I don't. I think it'd be weird.
I think no, because like Mission Impossible 3, I just recently watched it, and it is really good, but it's not copying the other Mission Impossibles at all. It's like still its own movie, and especially after the like shit show that is Mission Impossible 2, like he did a really good job making the like franchise series again. I think John Woo is like a really bad director.
I think, because the thing is, if he has a tendency to do what everyone likes, to make movies, to make the new one. Like, that's why Star Trek was what it was. Star Trek Into Darkness was what it was. If he does Superman, I think we would get something similar to Superman Returns, where it's a Christopher Reeve, John Donner era Superman movie, but taking place in the DC Extended Universe, where nothing can be cool or fun, and then you end up with like something a little out of place.
There's fun if you're like me and you love some disaster porn. They are fun.
That was what. Yeah, you're right. That's what Man of Steel was good for. It was a very good disaster porn movie.
I still like Man of Steel.
It's grown on me. It took multiple viewings, but it's grown on me.
I think Batman v Superman is a better movie than Man of Steel, though. For me, at least, I like it better. But I like Batman. I think that's why.
Right. Like, what's it called? What's his name? What's his name? Ben Affleck was, I think, the best Batman and Bruce Wayne we've had. I think out of all.
That's a very compelling argument. I didn't think about it. Oh, did you see the Killing Joke that they made? Like, did horrible. Like, was horrible.
I did not watch it. No.
Like, everyone hates it.
Well, yeah, because the Killing Joke.
Because apparently they added in like Batman has sex with Batgirl.
Yeah, it's weird.
And they added this entire like subplot that takes up like most of it, and they like take out parts of the comic that everyone liked.
Yeah. Because the Killing Joke is known for creating what the modern Joker is in comics, and like the modern incarnation of the Joker that's no longer Cesar Romero, because that's what the Joker was up until the Killing Joke, was it just takes on.
He actually
Cesar
was
Romero.
a clown,
right? Then the Killing Joke happens,
or Jack Nicholson, where he was just kind of a creepy, pervy guy,
right? And then the Killing Joke happens, and it completely changes the definition of the Joker to what we have in the comics today. Then the other thing it's remembered for is it's what put Barbara Gordon in the hospital, put her in the wheelchair, and made her Oracle.
Yes, because Joker raped her so hard he broke her legs.
No.
What?
No, he shot her in the spine, and
then he touched her boobs.
Maybe.
What the fuck?
I don't know, maybe.
That's what happens in the that's what they do in the because I watched the honest trailer for it and they show it part of it, and he like shoots her and he like unbuttons her shirt.
Well, yeah, because what happens is he shoots her and then he strips her down, and he has Jim Gordon in like a fun house.
Yeah.
And he's projecting up pictures of Barbara like naked but with the gunshot wound. So that's what it's known for, is he completely subjugates Barbara Gordon and turns her into Oracle. which was probably a bad thing for him in the long run. That was probably not.
Yeah.
He didn't think that one through very well. So that movie did not get well received.
I wonder if Robin. Well, never mind. I changed my mind because there's also Batboy. So
Yeah.
I take whatever my thought process was. I take it back.
Never mind. I got this. So let's go on to the movie because I'm gonna save the Emmys for after the movie.
Okay.
That could be a lengthy discussion topic, and I don't want to hold us up too much more from Civil War. So who wants to go first on Civil War? Josie, you want to take point on this one? Or should I?
Which one's Civil War?
The one that came out in May. Captain America Civil War.
Sure. Civil War is the one, where... Oh, that's the one where, like, everyone shows up, right?
Everyone
Yes.
except
Just for the heck of it?
Thor and the
Okay.
Hulk.
Okay. It makes me think, did they just not contract them for this movie, or what? But, because they did add everyone.
Well, no, Thor and the Hulk have their own problem going on in Asgard right now, so...
It's also because there's no way they could write them well and explain how whoever side they chose would be able to not win.
Right. Well, that's the other thing. I think Thor... Number one, Thor is too powerful. Same thing with the Hulk. And the other thing is, Thor has no reason to be involved in this fight because, like, oh, you want to conscript me to this paramilitary force? I'll just go back to Asgard. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So everybody shows up in this one, and I liked it. I don't know what you want me to say.
This movie does have some problems in common with, or one major problem in common with Batman v Superman. And it's the number of times they show a flashback to the death of a main character's parents.
That's what in Honest Trailers they did, like, comparison of the two movies, and they're like, these movies are literally, like, extremely similar to each other.
Yeah, and it's not like one ripped the other off. It's just very coincidental that these two movies came out 2 months apart and they're incredibly similar. But Civil War handles it a lot better.
Yes.
Because I think I've said this before, the reason why Civil War is the better movie is because we have time to develop toward the characters. And it doesn't operate on... Why am I not... Oh, okay, that's why I was leaning back. And we have time to develop why the characters are fighting. Not just, here they are, here's two characters you know have been friends from seeing other TV shows with them, and stuff like that, but not in this universe. Now let's have them fight. So, the airport scene was really good. I really liked the airport fight sequence. There were some cringy moments, though.
See, I think I'm the only person in the world that I didn't really like the airport fight, except for Giant Man and some.
I did like it, and okay, so I am not a fan of Spider-Man ever. I think Spider-Man's kind of like a wimp, and everyone who's played him has not done any justice. But I love this kid as him.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't
think
really
he's
like
great.
This actor as him because I think he looks like a 12-year-old.
He's supposed to. He looks young. He looks like a 15-year-old. It's hilarious. I love it. And I love the idea that his suit came from Tony Stark. I think that's great.
I like that too. A lot of people did not like that, but I like it.
I just didn't like the suit because for me it looked like cartoonish because it was all CGI the entire time.
Well, yeah.
And but like the suit makes sense, like its origin, because how did this, 15, 16-year-old get a hold of, or figure out how to sew and get a hold of all these materials,
Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah, but
is like
where did he get it all from? That's what I mean. Is that they weren't.
He sewed it while he was jamming out to like a power session of like folk music, like.
What was that song? What was that song? That there was a song they played in Amazing Spider-Man 2 that was really out of place. What the fuck was that song?
That's what I was talking about, but I forget what it is.
Oh my god!
It was really funny.
I don't.
That was the
remember
best when he was like, I got to smart this one at, like, I got a science, and
Yeah,
like
I
blast
got
him
science the
too.
shit out of this, and just like he's playing that. Oh my!
For me,
the guy with American
Spider-Man
Idol.
won.
Philip Phillips. That's who it was.
Yeah, that's it. For me, Spider-Man won me over. I think I've said this before when he shot Captain America in the legs.
Yeah.
And for years, I have been saying I could kill Captain America. It's the easiest guy of the Avengers to kill.
No.
And finally, someone did it. Well,
No.
yep,
The easiest guy in the Avengers to kill is Hawkeye.
that is true too. But even though they keep alluding to his death, he keeps. Well, he has a shield of humans to protect him. For me, I didn't like the airport. I like the airport scene. Like, I guess overall, I like the Spider-Man part. I like the Ant-Man part. But it's just like some things where I thought were dumb. Where, like,
I think it was mostly just like an orgy of awesome, and that's all they cared about. There was no rhyme or reason to any of it, really.
For me, it was like, well, like Black Widow goes to fight like Captain America, and like I forget who else, but it's like there's no way that would ever like plan out well for Black Widow. Like, there's no chance of that happening. Where's Vision during the entire fight? Nowhere, because he can't actually fight anyone, or else he would just destroy them.
Same thing with what's it called? Scarlet Witch. They keep having her pull people apart whenever someone has the upper hand.
That was the other, Scarlet Witch doesn't do anything. Because the entire lead up to that fight is like, oh, we're actually going to fight each other. But then they actually don't really fight each other. They just kind of like run around.
It's like a bunch of kids on the playground, and then someone actually gets hurt, and then everyone's like, oh my god, we gotta stop fighting. Someone actually got hurt.
Yeah, exactly. I like the end fight between Iron Man, Captain America, and like retard guy the best. That was my favorite.
Who's
fight.
retard guy?
The
Winter Soldier.
Oh.
He is probably one of the worst actors that's ever been in a Marvel movie.
Sebastian Stan, he's not. They didn't quite like grow him on the farm where they grew the other actors who all look like their characters.
I'm happy he's going in the cryo, so we don't have to see. Also, if he just chose to go in the cryo, like in the beginning, if he just made that decision much earlier on, like none of this shit would have happened.
There's a lot of things in this movie. If they did that earlier on, none of this would have happened. Like,
he had to wait till. Also, Iron Man can just rip off his arm that's made of whatever metal.
Well, no. It wasn't that he ripped it off. It was he had the the thing in his chest. Remember, he blasted it off.
Oh yeah, that was it. Sorry.
Which is a little bit more sense.
I don't think so, because I think Captain America's shield would have deflected it.
No, it wouldn't have, because that was the same thing he used to destroy the vibranium thing in Age of Ultron. The drill thing that they were using to carry the whole thing.
So why didn't he just use that to fight Captain America?
Because I don't think he wanted to kill Captain America. He wanted to kill Bucky, but he didn't want to kill Captain America.
Yeah, well, he had to commit or quit, so.
Like,
yeah,
I think the best part. I think the whole thing about that fight that was good was just seeing, like, Iron Man get his shit pushed in, because it is so satisfying to see him get his ass kicked.
What?
No one else thought that was satisfying to just see Captain America just beating the fuck out of him, like, in the suit.
I just liked it because it was a good fight. For me, I kind of took me out of the fight when Captain America said I can go all day, and I was just like, shut the fuck up. Like, that's dumb.
Like, yes, we've all seen the first Avenger. Like, move
on.
on.
I feel like, no, not everyone's seen the
Okay, true, yes.
first Avenger.
Some of us have seen the first Avenger.
Where the post-credit scene of the first Avenger is a trailer for the Avengers.
Trailer for the...
It's the best post-credit scene.
This one had one strong post-credit scene, and the other was just like, okay. Because, like, what's it called? There was Black Panther, and we see Wakanda for the first time.
What do you mean? You didn't like it when they started talking about shawarma?
Oh my god, I hated that so much.
That was really stupid.
Were you like
3 hours of credits? And
I was mostly pissed off because I saw it with one of my friends, and he was like, "Oh, we got to stay to the end because there's a funny thing at the end," because he already saw it, and I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
The best was, did you know when they filmed? Do you know when they filmed that scene?
In your house.
No. They filmed it at the premiere.
Whoa.
Yeah, they filmed it at the LA premiere, which is why in the scene, what's his name? Captain America has his hand on his face because Chris Evans already grew his beard
That
back.
kind of beard, right?
Yeah, because he already grew his beard back, and he was just kind of like obscuring his entire face with his hand. But this one had the Wakanda scene, which is pretty cool, of them putting Winter Soldier on ice, and then they showed Spider-Man back at home, which was kind of like the shawarma scene.
And the honest trailer, they take note of how many middle ground speeches Black Panther does, and it's literally 5 or 6, I think. That's something I didn't even notice until that happened, but every time he talks, he just stares off into the distance and makes a dramatic speech.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even notice that, but now you say it.
Now you think about it.
All the time.
But,
something I liked that no one else really liked was the giant text to let me know where we were.
Oh no, I think a lot of people liked that. I don't think that was as big a problem.
I liked it.
It was they used the Amstel Light font.
Except yeah.
They didn't play Chelsea Dagger.
Young Tony Stark in the beginning was kind of
creepy.
Young CGI Tony Stark.
Yeah, that was weird.
And it's also kind of because they made young Michael Douglas look very good, but they kind of messed this one up.
Yeah. Did you know the Black Panther suit in action was all CG?
I did not, but that also makes me mad because of how bad the Spider-Man suit looked.
Only sometimes the Spider-Man suit looked bad in action. There were sometimes it looked okay.
Well, for me, I didn't know if I could. So, like, there's some things I knew were CGI from Black Panther because, like, some things you just can't do.
Like physically,
but
like
most I didn't know most
from
of
one
it.
building to another.
Yeah, but most of it I did not know was CGI.
Sorry.
But for the Spider-Man suit
funny.
it looked like it was a video game, like the entire time.
Mm-hmm. What else was there with this? This movie had a lot of story beats that were taken directly from the comics too, which was big considering it's not a direct adaptation of Civil War.
Yeah, because it isn't in a direct adaptation. They just talk for like the entire comic.
Kind of. That's kind of what happens. But like, Civil War also has major parts in it from Mr. Fantastic and the Fantastic Four have a major role in it. Some of the X-Men are important. Mainly Wolverine. Like, what else is new? But like the scene in the beginning after he gives a speech at MIT, where he what's it called? He's talking to the woman by the elevator. That was from the comic directly.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what
Comic's
causes him.
got some feels in it, then, huh?
That's what they because the comic is set off by like a bunch of like C-list heroes accidentally blow up a school while trying to stop someone, and they kill like hundreds of kids.
Cool.
So then they.
Well, yeah, cool.
So then Tony Stark's like, well, now we gotta register everyone. So that's what the whole comic is about. Everyone fighting over should we have to register, should we not have to register. They can't do that here because there are like 10 here. What?
Or somebody with abilities.
Anyone with abilities had to, like all the Inhumans, all the X-Men, everyone had to register. So what's it called? So Tony Stark is pro-registration, Captain America's anti-registration. You can't really do that here because there are like 10 heroes, only one of which has a secret identity, and that's Spider-Man, who didn't exist prior to this movie. So they had to adapt it slightly to be they have to be a UN peacekeeping force instead. And then like what happens is, and the event that makes Tony Stark realize they have to register is he talks to a woman whose son was killed in the bombing, in the explosion. And Tony Stark's always very reactionary. So a lot of people were like, oh, he's acting out of character here. When he's like, we have to, like, we need to be put in check. And it's like, didn't you, like, say not to do that, like, very recently? And so he goes, what's it called? So, but he always was reactionary. Like, remember the first Iron Man? He comes out, as soon as he comes back and he finds out that his weapons are being used by the bad guys in the Middle East, he's like, okay, we're never making weapons again. What's the backup plan for this? No.
Pepper left him too.
Which is good. Good for her.
It's sad. Gwyneth Paltrow isn't going to be in the movies anymore.
I'm fine with that.
The greatest actress of all time.
I wouldn't say that. Has she even been in a good movie? Besides, like, Iron Man? And the Royal Tenenbaums?
Yes, she's been in a lot of movies.
She was in Mordecai, so
and I knows
she has high standards for what she'll do.
She was in Seven. She's the one in the box.
Oh. So yeah, I think we've covered with this movie. What was it? So how would you rate this movie? On a scale of 1 to 10.
8.5.
I would say, yeah, I'd say solid 8.5. I think it's my second favorite of the Marvel movies, behind The Winter Soldier.
This one's definitely up there for me.
Which one's the Winter Soldier?
The one with the Winter Soldier.
Thanks.
It's the one with it's the Captain America movie, the second one.
Oh, okay.
And Josie, what did you rate it?
8.5. I liked it. I think it was my favorite.
And then I
liked how everybody showed up, even though in just like a massive orgy of cool. But
well, that's what I like about Phase 3. As
that might make
the first movie we all agreed on.
Like, I think this is the I think this is gonna be Phase 3 is gonna be the best for Marvel so far because of how they've made it feel more organically like a interconnected universe. Because like Phase 1, okay, they're all trying to get together, so it's not like it makes sense that no one's helping out. Phase 2, no one's helping out, but no one really has a reason as to why they're not calling in help. And then Phase 3, now you have this. Then the next movie is Doctor Strange, which makes sense, no one's there. But then, like, Thor has the Hulk in it, and then Doctor Strange is also going to cameo in it. Then Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to happen, and that's going to be 2 heroes in it. But it just feels more... And, like, in Ant-Man, Falcon shows up. Like, in the middle of it, randomly, and no one was expecting that. So, yeah. So, Emmys. Oh, wait, do you want to talk about what you had first while I bring up the Emmy results?
Oh, the ASMR?
Yes.
Okay, so ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
Uh-huh.
And it's like a sensation that gets triggered by certain sounds, and it's different for every single person. So it's kind of like, it's a very good euphoric or nostalgic experience, and it feels like a tingling sensation that like begins on your scalp and like your neck, like that head massager thing that people have.
Oh yeah.
Like that is the same kind of feeling it makes, but just from
I have one of those.
So it's very interesting. So like there's a lot of videos on YouTube for them. Some of them are strange. Like it's not supposed to be sexual, but I feel like a lot of the videos are sexual. Like a lot of them,
why?
For a lot of them, people like whispering triggers it. For me, it doesn't because it just creeps. Like people whispering to me, I think it's creepy. So if you,
why?
I recommend YouTubing it. But if you YouTube it, like a lot of them will just be like young women.
Especially the way you do it.
Yeah, that was creepy. It will be a lot of young women whispering like at you, and those ones feel a little bit like, I don't know, they feel weird. But
I feel like that would feel really culty.
Yeah, there's other ones that like Reddit has a really good page for it, and they do ones that are intentional videos and unintentional. Like for me, one of the ones that did it was there's this Japanese bartender that makes a bunch of videos on making drinks,
Mm-hmm.
but he doesn't talk, and it's super high quality sound, and he like grinds up all his ingredients. So like that one I like because it's all like really and like noises of like metal hitting glass, but it's like very crisp sound. So those ones are really good. For a lot of people, Bob Ross, the painter, triggers it.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching those videos anyway, but because I like the sound of the paintbrush on like the canvas, because he paints it very loud. So like those ones will do it. There's a lot of videos where like there's sample videos on YouTube where it will be like a bunch of different things, and you can like wait till one triggers you.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's this one guy, and like he has these special speakers where it's binaural sound, which means that they're recorded in these special microphones where it will feel like if you close your eyes, it will feel like the person is talking like next to you, like wherever they are in the video. So like there's one part in the video where he walks around the microphone talking to you, and it feels exactly like someone's walking like around behind you and like.
Oh, is it like that creepy
talking
one
to you still.
you had last year or a few years ago, with like the guy gonna
Yeah,
kill you?
but this one's not creepy. Yeah, that one is actually creepy. This one's not creepy. But he like will rub things on a microphone that like make like scratching noises. So that one is good. I like it a lot, but it's you have to find what works for you is like the biggest thing. Like some of them are like there's like weird massage like ones where like the people whisper to you and like make massage motions with their hands, so it's like they're pretending to massage you over the video. Like that one's weird.
That seems like it seems like a lot of work if I gotta go and find what works for me.
Yeah,
That sounds weird.
It is weird, especially when you get like it's weird when you get into it because there are creepy ones. But once you find one that works for you, it's very fulfilling.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I might try that actually if I'm not like.
It's supposed to be very relaxing too. Like people do meditation to it, but it's supposed to be very good stress relief.
So we have the winners of the Emmys. I guess it's gonna be our next.
I did not watch the Emmys. I don't watch any award shows anymore.
I don't either. I watch the Academy Awards occasionally.
I've never.
I don't.
I don't
the only
watch
thing
any
I'll watch is the Tonys because I like seeing things I know nothing about.
We watched the Academy Awards last year.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
I don't remember watching it.
We watched it with the commentary from Screen Junkies. How do you not remember that?
Oh, okay, yes, I do remember that. That was
Okay.
that was more for fun, though.
So these were the winners. So for outstanding okay, this is IGN's order. So I think this might have been the order they gave the awards out the other night. So she outstanding lead supporting actor in a comedy series went to Louis Anderson from Baskets. Over Tony Hale and Matt Walsh from Veep. Titus Burgess from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Ty Burrell from Modern Family. Keegan-Michael Key from Key and Peele. And Andre Braugher from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Do you agree with that? Disagree with that? Or
I'm fine with that. I
think Tony Hale should have won. I like Tony Hale. I don't know what Baskets is though.
I don't care, I guess.
I have no idea what
I think
Baskets
that's
is.
the Zach Galifianakis show, I believe,
Yes.
where he's a failed clown.
Chip Baskets, Zach Galifianakis.
How do you
wants to
fail
follow
at
his
being a
dream
clown?
of being a French clown. However, reality keeps interfering. Saddled with financial difficulties, he's facing an impenetrable language barrier. He moves back home to Bakersfield because he wanted to be a French clown, but because he doesn't speak English,
French?
He's French.
Oh.
Yes. He's gonna do it. Then I'm gonna skip the ones no one cares about. We're just gonna talk about like the big ones everyone likes.
Oh wow!
What?
I was looking at the winners also. So sorry.
Supporting actress in a comedy. Winner was Kate McKinnon for Saturday Night Live. Over Niecy Nash of Getting On, Judith Light of Transparent, Gabby Hoffman of Transparent, and Anna Chomsky of Veep.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's a bold choice. First of all,
I don't think people on Saturday Night Live should be allowed to be nominated for actress.
I don't think anyone from this season of Saturday Night Live should be nominated for anything because it's shit. Let alone Kate McKinnon.
I think Kate McKinnon is one of the better people on it, but she shouldn't be allowed to compete against people that are actually acting, not acting in a sketch for 5 seconds.
Right. But what's it called? I think I've only seen Veep. I haven't seen Transparent. But I think
Well, first of all, Transparent should be in the drama category. One, and the person on that should have won. It is not a comedy. All the acting in Transparent is probably better than all the other shows. But Anna Chomsky also should have won, especially because it was nominated the episode Cuntgate, which is an amazing episode.
Yes, that was hilarious.
They say that word.
So then next is lead actress in a comedy. Julia Louis-Dreyfus won over Ellie Kemper for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Amy Schumer for Inside Amy Schumer, Lily Tomlin for Frankie. Grace and Frankie. The person here totally fucked up the thing. Laurie Metcalf for Getting On. What's Getting On?
That is the. Oh my god! Now I feel like I watched that show.
I think you did. That's why I know the name. And Tracy Ellis Ross from Blackish.
Getting On. Okay, it's the nurse show.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's a really good show.
Then lead actor in a comedy went to Jeffrey Tambor for Transparent, over Thomas Middleditch for Silicon Valley, William H. Macy for Shameless, Will Forte for Last Man on Earth, Aziz Ansari for Master of None, and Anthony Anderson for Blackish. I don't really like Master of None. Jeffrey Tambor is the lead though in Transparent, right?
Not really.
He seems like a supporting character from what few episodes I've seen of Transparent.
Yeah, there's kind of no. It depends. I guess it depends because it's based on that episode. He is the main character in that episode.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's why. But yeah, there's not really one main character in Transparent. It depends on the episode. Man on the Land is a really good episode, though. I think you would hate it so much. It's about they go to this nature commune of where just women are allowed, and then there's one part it's called where these guys come to empty the porta potty, and then everyone starts screaming "Man on the Land." So in case you get triggered by the sight of a man, you can prepare yourself.
Yeah. Then reality competition program. The winner was The Voice over Amazing Race, American Ninja Warrior, Dancing with the Stars, Project Runway, and Top Chief. I don't have any leg in that race. Supporting actress in a limited series or movie. Regina King won for American Crime over Melissa Leo for All the Way, Sarah Paulson for American Horror Story Hotel, Kathy Bates for American Horror Story Hotel, Jean Smart for Fargo, and Olivia Colman for The Night Manager. Supporting actor in a limited series or movie, Sterling K. Brown won. Did you watch The People v. O.J.?
No, I really wanted to. I watched
one episode. It's a really good show. Sterling K. Brown won.
I just watched. Yeah.
You watched what?
I really want to watch that, and I really want to watch the ESPN documentary too.
He beat Hugh Laurie for The Night Manager, Jesse Plemons for Fargo, David Schwimmer and John Travolta also for The People v. O.J., and Bokeem Woodbine for Fargo. Lead actress in a limited series or movie, Felicity Huffman. Winner was Sarah Paulson for The People v. O.J. over Audra McDonald, Kristen Dunst, Kerry Washington, Lily Taylor, and Felicity Huffman. Lead actor in a limited series or movie, Courtney B. Vance for The People of O.J. over Cuba Gooding Jr., Benedict Cumberbatch for I definitely mispronounced his name. I know how to pronounce his name. Over for Sherlock, Tom Hiddleston for The Night Manager, Idris Elba for Luther, and Bryan Cranston for All the Way. Best TV movie was Sherlock: The Abominable Bride. Limited series, Who Will Be OJ. Supporting actress in a drama is Maggie Smith won for Downton Abbey, over Maura Tierney, Lena Headey, Emilia Clarke, Maisie Williams, and Constance Zimmer. Game of Thrones had 3 nominees there.
Yeah, Game of Thrones got a lot.
Yeah.
I think they broke a record.
They have the most wins of any TV show ever now. Supporting actor went to Ben Mendelsohn, who's going to be in the new Star Wars movie. For Bloodline, over Jonathan Banks, Peter Dinklage, Kit Harington, Michael Kelly, and Jon Voight. Lead actor in a drama went to Rami Malek for Mr. Robot over Liev Schreiber, Kevin Spacey, Kyle Chandler, Bob Odenkirk, and Matthew Rhys. And lead actress went to Tatiana Maslany for Orphan Black over Kerry Russell, Taraji P. Henson, Claire Danes, Robin Wright, and Viola Davis.
That's the one I said to, because she's on the past 2 years. They record Comedy Bang Bang, like the podcast, the day before the Emmys happen, but it premieres like the day after the Emmys. So like every year they're like, wow, congratulations on winning all the Emmys you were nominated for. And then this time they were actually right.
She plays like 8 characters on the show too, like on Orphan Black.
Yeah, she plays, and they're all So and I think the show ended too. So it's
it was the last season.
Nice that she got it.
Then
I would have preferred Robin Wright getting it because Robin Wright is the best actor on House of Cards.
Then comedy series Veep won over Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Transparent, Silicon Valley, Modern Family, Master of None, and Blackish. And Game of Thrones won Best Drama over Downton Abbey, Better Call Saul, The Americans, Homeland, House of Cards, and Mr. Robot.
I think House of Cards should have won.
I think the Emmys need to figure out what actually is a comedy.
The worst are the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Where The Martian was nominated for a comedy.
Yeah. That was funny when they made
The
fun
Martian
of that,
wasn't a comedy?
No, it wasn't.
No.
But it had all the funny people in it.
It did have funny people in it, but
it's not.
It was not a comedy.
Because it's a drama
Why
with
not?
funny moments.
Alright, when I just put on The Martian on IMDb, these are the related movies to The Martian. Interstellar, Mad Max, The Revenant, that Benedict Cumberbatch, the Imitation Game, and Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, it's not a comedy. But yeah, so I think that's just about. Does anyone have any final thoughts before we
House
up?
of Cards just swept, but
House
I might
of
be a
Cards
little
was
bit
very good
biased.
this season.
Did you finish watching this season?
Yes, I did.
Wasn't the end amazing?
Yes. Like we have to review House
I'm
of
terrified
Cards.
of the newest season though. I think if something what I think is going to happens in the newest season, like I'll have a complete
Nervous
mental breakdown. It will be
We'll
horrible.
talk about that when we do eventually review House of Cards. Do we have any TV shows up on the slate already for what we're gonna do next? Let me take a look.
BoJack Horseman.
Yes, but no. Rick and Morty was the first one we're gonna do.
Oh yeah, Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty is awesome.
Yeah, I think everyone loves.
Well,
Rick
not
and Morty at this
awesome.
point.
It's very scandalous.
I love
Oh,
Rick and Morty.
I
I like
didn't
BoJack
think-
Horseman better.
I really hated it at first, but then once I started watching it drunk, it got a lot better.
I remember the first time I watched it was like I came home and then I did what I always did when I came home drunk. I would turn on Adult Swim and then pass out, and then I watched Rick and Morty and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I started watching more and more. But
It is.
BoJack Horseman is my favorite animated series.
It's a better show. It's just Rick and Morty. I think is the funniest animated show on TV right now.
I believe so. BoJack Horseman has a lot of really good one-liners.
Mhm.
Like, he was like, someone asked him to hear like something they wrote, and he was just like, "I would rather the Holocaust happen every 4 years like the Olympics than listen to that once."
Yes.
So
oh no! It
that's a
was
fun line.
listen to that again because he listened to it the whole
Oh,
way
yeah.
through.
Yeah. Good
But
time.
no, that what was it? And last season they were trying to help the chicken who escaped, and they kept making jokes like puns based on the fact that the chicken was just not speaking English.
So do I need to watch BoJack Horseman?
I think you should.
Because it looks super weird.
It is, but it's really funny. Like, there's people and animals live together, and like the animals do act like animals, but they're also just people. But no one like comments
Yeah.
on that. Keith Olbermann plays a whale news reporter, and it's like his most proud screen credit
It's hilarious.
because he was. I saw him on Chelsea Handler's show, and he was on there to talk about Trump. But like most of the time, he just talked about how much fun he has playing a whale on BoJack Horseman.
Yeah. So, our next episode is pick your favorite Robin Hood movie.
Yes.
Do we have to do that now so we don't choose the same movies, or do we already do that?
I'm doing. It doesn't matter if we pick the same movies. I'm doing the Disney Robin Hood.
Alright.
Then the week after is Bad News Bears.
I'll do the one with Kevin Costner.
What?
I'm gonna do the one with Kevin Costner.
Okay. Then the next one is Bad News Bears.
What
On
movie?
the 4th. What? Then.
Said what a movie.
Yep, you picked it.
I know.
Then that week, okay, I gotta change the schedule. I still have Jessica. We already did Jessica Jones when Josie wasn't here, so take Jessica Jones off the thing.
I didn't like Jessica Jones anyways.
That's why we did it when you weren't here. That way we could talk about it. And then so we're gonna take Jessica Jones off. We'll do Rick and Morty that week, and we'll do season 1. Season 1. We'll do that for the first week of October. Then we have X-Men Apocalypse on the 13th of October. The movie I don't think any of us liked. Then
No.
No,
really?
that was so bad. And I was so disappointed because I love X-Men.
we'll talk about it more then. But it's sad when the best moment in your X-Men movie that has nothing to do with Wolverine is the Wolverine moment.
Yeah.
Then we need something new. Josie, you gotta repick a movie for the 18th or the 20th of October. Because we postponed. That was the other thing. We have postponed the HBO episode we were gonna do until next year because we're not gonna do a movie draft next year because that was an awful idea in hindsight. So we're gonna be doing a movie that Josie will select on the 18th. Maybe it'll be Halloween themed.
Yeah, maybe it'll be Hocus Pocus.
Okay, it'll be okay. You want to do Hocus Pocus?
No, I said maybe. Aren't you
Okay.
fucking listening?
Wow, that was rude. And then Peter and I have Magnificent Seven. Beware of spoilers coming up. That movie is okay. I've heard.
So I have a 55 on Metacritic right now.
So it's okay. Unless we want to do Sully instead, and we'll figure it out. Sully's supposed to be a better movie. But yeah, so we'll do that'll be like next week. I think we're gonna do that. And then we do have to do the unofficial commentary, but for sports that we said we are gonna do in August, and it is now the end of September, and we still have not done that. We've been busy though, so we'll be back next week with pick your favorite Robin Hood movie as the theme of next week's episode.
Totally sounded like you said Ramen Hood.
Ramen Hood?
Yeah.
Thinking about ramen gives me a stomachache. Don't say it anymore. So we'll be back next week.
Why?
Because ramen is just styrofoam. Like, it has the consistency of styrofoam, and
hungry.
it's disgusting.
I haven't eaten yet.
Neither have I. I have to go
I
eat.
love
So
ramen.
we will be back next week with pick your favorite Robin Hood movie.
Hi.
Goodbye.
Ramen Hood. Bye.
Bye.